Hello there, fellow summoners. Mad Dog HT here, and we are going back in for another Alliance War. This is War 6 of the season. We're up against PBT and Pryde Battle Team, and these guys are a pretty solid War Alliance. We matched up with them last season and lost 5-7. So we're hoping to get a good performance this War. I'm big boosted. I've kind of waited till we had some stuff cleared, and I'm trying to get all of my fights on one set of boosts because that was an option. And I'm going up path 2. This is node number 5, Strike Counter Fury, Power Struggle. This is a normal thing fight. If you haven't seen my thing fights before, this isn't very different. I'm ignoring the node entirely with all those Furies built up because I'm not throwing any specials. Corvus basically can't do any damage to me. And we're just kind of hammering in. We're building up a few rock stacks here and there, but because, you know, if we get a parry before that 20 rock stack timer expires, it resets it. But if it does expire, then it consumes 5 of those rock stacks and puts them over into my passive Furies. But yeah, we're not going to try to even manage the combo at all. You know, every time I'm going to get parried, every time I parry, I trigger protection, 1 health point is lost, and no big deal. And we're just kind of smashing away. You know, if we had Human Torch on the team, these fights go a lot faster because you can just keep building up the Furies every time you get a parry in, but that's not the case because Human Torch has been banned every war. Don't see that changing anytime soon. There we go, 77 hits, we get him down. Now, next up we have Strike Counter Fury again. It's got Brute Force, Power Focus 1 on node 14. This is a rank 4 Doom. No problem. Now, I am going to play this one a little bit different. You see that I do put on a Power Start 1 boost. So I am going to play the node as if you probably should play it under any regular champ. So I'm managing what combos I'm throwing, and I get close to a special 2, but I just throw that special 1 and get my 20 Furies converted, my 20 rock stacks converted into Furies. So that's what I'm going to do again. I'm going to get up to a over a special 1, 20 rock stacks, throw it. So now I have 40 Furies. Now you might say, why are you doing this? Well, it's a rank 4 Doom. And the longer that I'm in this fight, I didn't know what kind of Mystic Dispersion this guy could have. You know, if he ends up throwing a special 1, which isn't a problem, but if he happens to get like Mystic Dispersion over special 2, and that's fully unblockable because of the Hazarath, then that can kind of be a problem. So we do throw 3 special 1s at 20 rock stacks to get the 60 Furies, and then we just go into the normal ignore Strike Counter Fury and just pound on this guy. Now you can see he does get to a special 2. We're just going to block all that after he decks the first part. We do have some suppressions that we're putting on him by altering the combo, but this guy didn't end up having high Mystic Dispersion, so it wasn't potentially as scary as it might be, because you can see I'm going to hit him here, and I mean, I honestly don't know if he had any Mystic Dispersion, which is kind of odd if you're going to be placing a Doom. I mean, Doom is generally is one of the more common rank 4 champions, but anyways, not a big deal. We lost a little bit of health because the chip damage at the beginning is pretty substantial with Doom's block penetration and all that, but we take care of business. Thing just smashes that dude, no problem. And we get through our first 2 fights in section 2, and we had a mojo on that strike counter, and instead of using Thing, which is still pretty risky because of the degen, we ended up ghosting it because Ghost was not banned this war, which is really interesting. That was the first time we saw that. So now we're going to path 2 again up in section 2. And this is the strike counter block penetration and then hard knock life. So you see that I brought Apocalypse. I only have 1 fight with him. I do put on a power start 1 boost. I do put on special boost for the mutants at 200% and at 12%. I'm trying to manage my combos as best I can because I do not want to give this guy extra block penetration, especially like on a special 2 or whatnot. So we get to a special 2, we throw that, we get a decent amount of power back, nothing too crazy because we only have 1 genetic code. We don't have Cable on the team, we haven't done any other fights, but here we're going to try to refresh that concussion. Boom, we get it. Dragon Man is immune to bleeds. Excuse me, I just had a brain fart. I couldn't think of what it was. Now, there I did make a mistake. I threw the special 2, but I ended with a light, so I got another concussion. I was trying to get the degen. Unfortunately, that didn't work out so well. And yeah, we got 1 block penetration, not a big deal. We do throw off a special 1 with a weakness, and we want to try to get another heavy in to lock in that concussion. We do not get it. And you can notice the first time that he got to 10 hatred, he was not unstoppable and unblockable, and that was because the concussion prevented that. Now he did get the like incinerate and I don't know, cold snap immunity buff activated, but yeah, now we do need to get off a special because there he was building up those block penetrations. He has 5 of them now. He's to special 2. Now I just need to get this guy to throw the special 2. He's not at 10 hatred. We're just gonna block that. And that wasn't too terrible on the damage. We're gonna refresh. We did have the weakness on. Now we have a poison on. And unfortunately, you know, special ones on those 200% power backs, they don't do anything. You have to use a special 2 or a special 3. Now he goes and throws. He's unstoppable. We throw the special with a dash back intercept. Now unfortunately we weren't able to refresh those debuffs, but that's okay. So basically we're gonna just stick to special ones now because we just can't get, we don't have enough hits to get back to special 2 without either 1 blocking a ton, which is just gonna make this fight go longer, or building up a lot of block penetration charges. So we do put on the weakness. He throws another special 2, we just block that, and we knock him over. So not exactly how I played it, but I was slightly worried about that because there is some energy resistance and stuff there, but we got it down. Now we're gonna move up. We're gonna put a health pot into my boy Thing, and this has strike counter, block penetration again, and then under pressure. So we get the disorient if we dash back twice within like 1.2 seconds or something like that, which isn't a big deal. We do put on a power start 1 boost. We still do have those mystic boosts active, which obviously those are not going to do anything for this fight. I probably should have just removed that from the graphics, but that's just my mistake. And we do get a disorient. So when we get a disorient, we do need to be careful about the parries actually sticking. And I think there's one time in this fight where I thought I had it or I forgot about it, and I do get clipped once by Hulkbuster. We are managing as best we can the strike counter, throwing off specials, the power start 1 boost. We reapplied another one for this one and the next fight. And we mainly did that just so that we can have easier access to our specials so that we can better manage the block penetration with the strike counter, because we don't want to let that build up. You know, Hulkbuster, he's not the hardest hitting champ into the block or anything like that, but you know, you are going to be blocking quite a bit, so we do want to minimize that. We do get willpower healing from that disorient, but yeah, I think coming up here, yeah, right there, I thought I got the parry, but nope, didn't go through, and he just hit me once with the medium. Not a big deal. And now Hulkbuster, he's built up quite a bit of armor ups. So offensive ability accuracy is reduced, and you know, that armor is pretty dang potent. So this last little bit, you know, he's not hitting the hardest thing, but yeah, we're gonna get him down. We do turn off the regen with a parry stun before it even activates, so that was nice. Cut off that processing, and I think this kills him off. Yeah, so a little over a 2-minute fight. You know, that's like an eternity to some Alliance War players, but yeah, it's no big deal for Thing. I don't mind it at all. And next up we got a Nimrod, rank 3. It's unawakened, and I still have that power start 1 boost on. Now I do like Thing as a counter to Nimrod just in general because he's shock immune. So I do have that power start 1 boost. Now the one thing that I do forget is that if I throw a special when he's in his blitz mode, I do get the power drain debuff, and I waited a little bit too long and I threw that, so I have the power drain plus strike counter with the suppressions. I'm not going to get back to another special, unfortunately, but yeah, whatever, it doesn't really matter. You do get some willpower healing from that, but ideally you'd want to throw it in his armor mode 1, the blue mode, where you get the cowardice debuff instead, and that way you can keep, you know, managing your combos and avoid the passive suppressions from the node, and still be able to throw specials. But it's not the biggest deal. I'm ramping up Thing fairly well. Now there, I totally just ran at that special one. That was not intentional, and you know, this was yesterday or whatever. I don't even remember, but that was just my mistake, and I think I get clipped one more time somewhere here. But Thing is immune to buffet, so he can't regen. The Chitinous Thorns, you know, Thing is immune to bleed, even when he has. So when he has his armor ups, he's just going to convert the rock stacks into the Furies. So I do end up getting him built up to 60 Furies pretty quick in this fight, even without having to throw but the 1 special. And we're just gonna smash him out here. I think 1 more combo after this, and we get him. Miss a parry there, unstoppable. But yeah, that was Thing's last fight. Thing doing his thing, took out 4 fights this war. Love using him. He's a tank beast. He doesn't finish fights in 20 seconds or anything like that, but that's okay. Plenty capable of doing that. So I had boosted for all that, and I had 1 more fight, and I had like 45 minutes left on the boost, and then I got down to like a minute left. I had one of my free-to-play buddies in the Alliance kind of go MIA, and we moved up to the kitty a little bit later, and it was probably about 10 minutes too late, so I had to put on another green boost. I only put on 20% because I'm like, I'm not going to put a 30% on for this. This fight is a joke. With Nimrod, it's combat, deja vu, prowess, puncture, and conflictor. So we do have a white mags on this, but I believe I don't parry at all. Now, if I do parry, I do build up her prowess. If I crit, I build up her prowess. If she crits or she stuns me, builds up her prowess. So all we're doing is block baiting medium, or just medium light. That way we can not get the block penetration, prowess puncture stuff going, and we get to a special 2. We get it go into blitz mode with ending a combo in a light. We get the passive shocks, which is nice. Gets past Conflictor. Now when she throws specials, she is going to get that power drain or that cowardice. No big deal. We're just going to block bait, get her heavy, block bait, medium light, block bait, medium light. I mean, it's just super easy. And then we go and we get into eradicate mode. Another L2, dead. So really simple fight. I had the guidance on there just in case I did want to parry. It just wouldn't trigger the Conflictor, and yeah, I never needed it. But it was nice to have the attack. And then last up, oh look, here's my free-to-play buddy, Werewrym. Hey, buddy. Yeah, so he got boss assignment, and I'm just messing with him. It didn't matter. 20% boost extra for this war, no big deal. So he has this Nova. We do put a Petrify and Suppress from Mr. Fantastic on. We have the White Magneto Guidance for extra attack. Now the Petrify and Suppress is just going to kind of help mitigate some of the power gain at the beginning of this fight. And it's just going to help him to where he can get to Special 3 easier without having to deal with as many specials, because he's going to gain power when he dashes in and all that stuff. And yeah, so he throws a Special 3, perfect bonus damage after he unloads his power bar, and then this fight, it's over. He's got Mystic Boost on, basically going to get back up to a Special 2 fairly quickly, and with all 3 of the modes that Symbiote has, he's going to be armor breaking, putting weaknesses on, getting bleeds, stealing power, and it's just over. So he throws off 2 back-to-back L2s. It pushes him all the way back to Special 3 again, and then it's just on repeat. You know, any of the buffs from the adaptive node get consumed that haven't been staggered, and then boom, and you can just throw L2s for days because it power steals, and Nova goes down crying like a little baby. So we did fairly well in our battle group. We did die 3 times, but we did get 4 kills, so we beat them. But our other battle groups, one battle group in particular, really dropped the ball, and not that it mattered that much. They only died 5 times, and yeah, we lost again. So the last 2 times that we played PBT, they died 5 times, and we just could not match that, unfortunately. But yeah, so as far as my war goes, I had 6 fights, again, 6 kills, no deaths, and on the season, 30 fights, 30 kills, 1 death. So I've had, ironically enough, 6 fights in all the first 5 wars. But yeah, we lost, so we dropped to 3-2 on the season. We do drop 9 spots in Masters from number 8 to number 17. Again, good job to PBT. They're actually ranked number 2 in the world in Alliance War right now. We lost to them, and we lost to the number 1 Kenobi. So, you know, 3-2 again, and we lost against those 2 top stellar teams. We kind of really dropped the ball on both of them. I know we can do better though. So we got the back half of the season ready for us, and we're gonna try to win and keep our slot in Masters, hopefully inch up some spots. And then here is my little collage for the season of all the attackers that I've used and the defenders that I've beaten. And yeah, and as you can see, I'm having a great time smashing with Thing. It really does hurt me that I can't bring Torch along the team. Those 2 make a great pairing. Their synergies are excellent, and then Torch is a great attacker just to begin with. But I'm getting a good mix of options that I'm using across all the wars, and ironically, this last war I finally got the opportunity to not fight Apocalypse. So I fought him out of 4 out of the 5 wars, but fighting a little bit of everything, killing a little bit of everything, and hopefully we can finish the season clean. I had that 1 death in War 2 or 3, I think it was 2, and I hope that doesn't happen again. So thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.